Um, so this is a monologue competition, which means that although you're going to see many people presenting 2 and 3 people
Claire
scenes.
Bowen, please come to the main office. Claire Bowen, main office, please.
Those people are doing it for the love of Shakespeare and maybe for some extra credit. I don't know, that possibly, right? So they will present, but judges, you don't have to score those people because unfortunately they can't qualify to move on. Only people who are doing solo pieces, so that takes a little pressure off them, and that's okay. The judges are gonna be looking for really 2 categories. They're going to be looking for understanding. So does the presenter seem to understand the meaning of the speech, right, within the context of the play? Presumably they've read the whole play or they understand how that character in that moment of the play functions in the greater story. Do they understand the language, right? And that's something that you can really tell in terms of the presenting. Are they just kind of speaking the words, or do they really have a sense of what they're talking about? And do they portray the character accurately in the context of the play? Some of these characters are very far in age and experience from the presenters, and have they done their homework about that? The second thing they're looking for is the speaking part, is the expression and communication. So is their vocal expression clear, right? I'm not screaming right now, but I am trying to talk so loudly that the people who are sneaking out the back door can hear me, right? And I think they can, even though they're ignoring me. So, you know, we'll give you a heads up if judges sort of at the back, if you're having trouble hearing people, after the first few, you might give us a heads up about kind of sort of calibrating how loud you need to be, right? You do not need to shout, but you want to be nice and clear. They're looking for physical expression, right? So it doesn't have to be a lot of fancy movement, but they're looking for the body to be engaged, for it to make sense with the words and the emotional content of the piece. In a couple of the 2 or 3 people scenes, you might actually see a fair amount of movement, and that's kind of a cool extra added kind of attraction today. The last piece that they're looking for, and this is the rubric that the English Speaking Union puts out, and I like the word they use here, is ownership. And it's what we might think of as confidence, poise, and energy. So the best advice I can give you about feeling confident is fake it. Act confident, right? We won't know the difference between real confidence and fake confidence. So even if you're really nervous inside, just smile and, you know, we won't know. So the judges, let me just quickly introduce, I mean, you have a number of teachers here today, but the official judges are Ms. Kane over there in the corner, right? Yes, you can cheer for the judges. Mr. Malloy, also an English teacher, you don't know him, right? And Mrs. Band, right? Who not all of you might know, but taught English here for a number of years before becoming the associate principal we all know and love. All right, so the only other thing that I really need to say, well, two quick things. One is about the winners that I said before. As of today, I still don't know whether we can send 1 or 2 people. So we will name a winner. We will also name a runner-up. I have full confidence that I can talk them into letting that runner-up go to the competition, but they don't know until they know how many schools overall are participating, and they won't know that until February 14th. So what will happen is everyone will perform, the judges will go off to the back. If you either are being considered, you know, you're a participant, or you just want to know, hang around. It usually takes 15 minutes or so for the judges to come to a decision. They'll come out, we'll announce the winners. The first prize winner will for sure be participating in March. The runner-up will probably be, but you two will stay and talk to me for just 5 minutes, and we're gonna pretend as if you're going. We can always figure something else out if they won't let you go, but you know, so that's why I say winners, even though I don't know for sure. All right, the program you have is in a certain order. That's not the order, right? The way the English-speaking union's bylaws work, the order is random. Right, so a couple of you have talked to me about going early, and I'm going to try to accommodate that. But other than that, I pick the names out of a hat. So what I'm going to do is pick the first two so that number two knows that you're on deck, and if you need to go meditate or stretch or run through your lines or whatever it is you like to do before you perform, you can do that. Don't go far away, right? And then after number one goes, I'll announce number three and so on and so forth. So you've got a little bit of warning. You don't have to kind of just hit the ground running. When you come up here, if you would just introduce yourself, say your name, and give us as much information as you can, right? I'm Julie Shevin. I will be performing Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 5. Boom. Right. When you finish, if you would like to, it's not a rule, but it helps us if you say either thank you, or some people are used to saying scene at the end, so that we know you're done. There's not that awkward moment where do we clap, do we not clap, right? And then that gives us a chance to know that you're finished, and then you leave the stage. Any questions? Yes?
I don't know if you said this, sorry. Do you want us to give any context to the scene at all, or just where it's placed in it?
You don't need to, but if you've sort of prepared a line or two that you think would help us, you're welcome to do that. So you don't have to say anything about what's going on in the play, but if you can provide some context. Okay. So just a couple of people who I wasn't sure. I just saw you, Annika, and I hadn't seen you. Matt, you're now here. Okay, good. Okay, no problem. Tyler Roan? Here, present? Not? Okay. Meh. Sarah Warner? Nope. And Melissa April? Okay, very good. Okay. I need a drum. Is this like a drum roll? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. There was one person who wanted to perform but hadn't given me his name. If you're that person, will you wave your hand wildly so I know who you are? Maybe? No? He's not paying any attention to me. He's got headphones in. Take your headphones out. Never mind. Okay. Are you in?
I would love to.
All right. What's your name?
Phil Hoffman.
Phil?
Yes.
Okay. See, we're cash. Anybody else feel like reciting some Shakespeare while we're at it? No? Okay. All right. Last chance. Alrighty. Number one is going to be Paige Bullock. And number two is going to be, not Melissa April, is going to be, there are a couple names in here, that Nicole, Morgan, and Jordan. Great. Okay. And then you'll be done and you'll get your marks. Yeah. You can talk amongst yourselves for 30 more seconds. Paige was left off the program. I'm sorry. Sorry. Paige Bullock. The judges are looking bemused. Confused.
Hi, I'm Paige Bullock. I'm a junior, and I will be doing Act 1, Scene 5 of Lady Macbeth. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, tot full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood,
Stop up the axis and pass to remorse, that no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yes, I would like to start from the beginning. Can't remember Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage for remorse, that no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Okay, I really couldn't think of it. I'm so sorry.
You're on book, right? I have to give her she can give you your
Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Rever in your sightless substances, you wait on nature's mischief. Come thick night and pal thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, and that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark, and cry, hold, hold, great Glamis worthy corridor, greater than both all hail after. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant. Thank you.
While they're getting ready,
All right, you go.
number 3 will be Kaylin Karen.
Right, we're standing like this. Probably standing in a circle. Yeah. Okay. No, just stand over there. Stand over there. No. Wait, why?
If you're just coming in, there are sign-in sheets on every table. You can sign in.
I'm Nikki, this is Jordan and Morgan, and we're doing Act 1, Scene 3.
From Macbeth. Forgot to add that part.
From Macbeth.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, aren't thee witch? The rum-fed running cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger, but in a sea they'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail. I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a win.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the rest, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know. I'll drain him dry as hay, sleep shall neither night nor day. Hang upon a penthouse lid, he shall live a man forbid. Weary sun nights 9 times 9, shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though the bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb, wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
The weird sisters hand in hand, passes of the sea and land, thus you go about, thirst with thine and thirst of mine, and thirst again to make up thine peace the charms wound up. Thank you.
After Kaylin will be Jasmine Serrano. Where's Jasmine? Great.
Okay, I'm Kaylin, and I will be performing Hamlet's soliloquy to be or not to be. Okay, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it's nobler in mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing, to end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to 'Tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, be all my sins remembered. Okay.
After Jasmine will be Shannon Sanders.
I'm Jasmine. I'll be performing Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 5. The clock struck 9 when I did so, the nurse. In half an hour, she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Love heralds should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glide than the sunbeams, driving back shadows over luring hills. Therefore do nimble pinion doves draw love, and therefore hath the wind swift Cupid wings. Now the sun is upon the highmost hill. Of this day's journey from 9 to 12 is 3 hours long, yet she still has not come. Had she affection and warm youthful blood, she'd be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folk, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, and pale as lead. Thank you.
Next will be Alex Kavanaugh.
Okay, hi, I'm Shannon. I'll be Macbeth at, it's when he hallucinates a dagger before him. This is before he, spoiler alert, goes to kill the King Duncan. Is this a dagger which I see before me, the handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Are you not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight, or art thou but a dagger of the mind, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalst me the way I was going. In such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses. Or else worth all the rest, I see thee still. Which now suits with it. Whilst I threat he lives, words of the heat of deeds to a cold breath gives. I go, and it is done, for the bell invites me. Hear it now, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons you to heaven or to hell.
Phil Hockman will be next.
I'm Alexander Kavanaugh, and I'll be doing Prospero's monologue, Act 4, Scene 1, The Tempest. Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were but spirits that have melted into air, into thin air, like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, gorgeous palaces, solemn temples, the great globe itself. Ye all which it inherit shall dissolve. Like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Thank you.
After Phil will be Ariel Lowenthal.
Act 4, Scene 1, Macbeth. Oh, and actually, as a little prelude, some of my group members had other commitments, so I'm doing part of Act 4, Scene 1. So sorry if you're following the text and it's not exactly corresponding correctly. Thrice and once the hedge pig whined. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. End scene.
I thought you were going to do all the parts. So I got really excited. Next, Priya Gopani will be.
I'm Ariel, and I'm going to do Act 5, Scene 5 from Macbeth. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time and place for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Creeps in this pity pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time, and all other yesterdays have lightened fools. The way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thank you.
Next, Amanda Suntour.
Hi, I'm Priya. I'm going to be playing Lady Macbeth from Act 1, Scene 5. Oh, never so... Sorry. Oh, never so stunned thy morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as a book where men as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile time, look like time. Bear welcome in your eyes. Your tongue, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under. He who is coming must be provided for, and you shall, put this great business into my dispatch. Which shall to all night and day brings solely sovereignty and sway and masterdom. Thank you.
Next will be Miles and Sam Poe.
So I'm doing Act 3, Scene 3 from Coriolanus, and just for a bit of background, the townspeople are rallying against him to be banished, and so this is his response. You common cry of curs, whose breath I hate as reek of the rotten fins, whose love as the dead carcasses of unburied men that do corrupt my air, I banish you, and here remain with your uncertainty. Let every feeble rumor shake your hearts, your enemies with nodding of their plumes fan you into despair. have the power still to banish your defenders? Your ignorance at length. Sorry, can I just back up? Yeah. You common cry of curs, whose breath I hate as reek of the rotten fins, whose loves I prize as the dead unburied, as the dead carcasses of unburied men that do corrupt my air, I banish you, and here remain with your uncertainty. Let every feeble rumor shake your hearts.
Dom Lavati will be up.
We're performing Act 5, Scene 8. Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whiles I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn.
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor, as easy mayst thou the entrenching air with thy keen sword impress as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed that palter with us in a double sense, that keep word of promise to our ear and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee, as our rare monsters are, painted upon a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become to Dunsinane, and thou opposed, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on, before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him that first cries, hold enough.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Scene.
It's sibling rivalry for you. All right, so after Dom, Anna Katzlansky.
Hi, my name is Dominic, and I'm doing Macbeth Act 5, Scene 5. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Creeps in this pity pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lightened fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour before, an hour upon, before the stage.
And then is heard.
What?
And then is heard.
And then is heard. And then is heard not again. It is a tale told by an idiot.
What sound?
What?
What sound?
Sound?
Full of sound.
Full of sound and fury.
Signifying
nothing. Thank you.
Okay, give me a second for the next name.
Attention teachers. iPads were shut down by technology, but they have turned it back on. You should be able to enter your grades until 5 p.m. today. Once again, you can re-enter grades or enter grades until 5 p.m. today. Thank you.
Next will be Tom Lewis and Dan Bowler. Give them a second.
Yes, I can do it. Going forward a little bit.
This is Anna Catherine.
So the monologue I'm doing is from Shakespeare's Hamlet. A little cliche, but it's my favorite, so. It's from Act 2, Scene 2, called What Piece of Work is Man? He's speaking to his two friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. And so I'm just going to go for it, okay? So, I have, of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth. Forgone all custom of exercise, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me but a sterile promontory. And this brave, o'erhanging firmament, look you, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire. Why, it appears no other thing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is a man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculties. In form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel. In apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. And scene.
Next will be Eli Down and Dave Betancourt.
I'm Tom Lewis, and this is Dan Bollier, and we did 3.1 from Macbeth. Right? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Come on, Dave. All right, give him a second. Okay. Are we good? Okay. Ride you this afternoon? Aye, my good lord. Is it far you ride? As far, my lord, as will fill the time. Twixt in this supper. Twixt this and supper. Oh, no go not by my horse, but I must become the night for a dark hour or twain. Fail not our feast. My lord, I will not. Hie to your horse. Adieu till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you? Yea, my good lord. I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Farewell. Scene. Thank you.
On deck is Katie Brown.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gabe, and this is Eli. We'll be presenting Act 5, Scene 8, the fight scene. Oh,
I'm Macduff.
I'm the tyrant. Macduff. Why should I play the Roman fool and die on my own sword, whilst I see lives the gashes bear upon them?
Turn, Hellhound, turn.
Of all men else, I have avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor, as easy mayst thou the entrenchant air with thy king's sword and press as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Spare that charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely whipped.
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for he hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, that Potter writ us in a double sense, They keep the word of promise to her ears and break it to her hopes. I will not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee as our wearer monsters are, painted on the pole and underwrit. Here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before your uncle's feet and to be baited with the rebel's curse. Though Birnam would be come to Dunsane, and thou oppose being of no woman born, yet I'll try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield, lay on Macduff, and damn be him the first cries, hold, enough. Scene.
Olivia Felsigno and Grace Horlick.
Hello, my name is Katie Brow, and I will be performing Twelfth Night Viola, Act 2, Scene 2. I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She did make good view of me. Indeed, so much that as methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this, as I am man? My state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie. Thank you.
Gabrielle DiGello and Nina Luciani will be next. They're not here. Got it. Thank you. Then they won't be next. But Kyle Dandowski will be.
Hi, I'm Olivia Felsigno, and this is Grace Horlick. We will be performing Act 3, Scene 1 of Macbeth. Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence. Let your highness commend upon me, to which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie, forever knit. Ride you this afternoon? Aye, my good lord. We should have else desired your good advice, which still hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take tomorrow. Is far you ride? Aye, my good lord. As far, my lord will fill up the time. Twixt this and supper, go not my horse the better, for I must become a borrower of the night, for a dark hour or twain. Fail not our feast. My lord, I will not. We hear bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow. Hie you to horse. Adieu till we return at night. Ghost lance with you? Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon. I wish your horse is swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell.
After Kyle will be Caroline Berkeley.
Hello everyone, my name is Kyle Dandowski. I will be doing part of Capulet's speech in Romeo and Juliet, Act 3, Scene 5. God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play. Alone, in company, a gentleman of noble parentage, a fair domain, youthful, nobly trained, and yet a mammoth. You say, I will not wed, I cannot love. I am too young, I pray you, pardon me. I'll pardon you. Do what you please, but you shall not house with me. Thursday will come. Advise you not beg, hang, starve, die in the streets. I will not be forsworn. Scene.
Sarah Stein will be next.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm going to do Hermia's monologue from Midsummer Night's Dream, Act 2, Scene 2. Help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. What? Lysander. Can I start over?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Help me, Lysander. Help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what removed? Lysander, do thy best. What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. No, 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 then I'll perceive you all not nigh. Neither death or you I'll find immediately.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah. I'm doing Act 1, Scene 3 from Macbeth. And this is the part where he just found out that he's Thane of Cawdor. So. Two truths are told, as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why had they given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
I didn't announce the next person. I know, so if you need an extra second to get ready, that's okay. 7th inning stretch, right? Matt! It's okay. So Matt will be next, and since there are only 3 slips left, Clara will go after him, and...
Clara Baldwin One police report.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Sacco.
Right. And is there anyone who was missed somehow by carelessness or error or, okay, fantastic. So those are the last three.
So my name is Matt. I will be doing Act 2, Scene 3 from Macbeth, the Porter scene. Yeah, more or less that's it. And it's a little strange. I'll warn everyone that's not familiar. Here's a knocking indeed. The man were porter of Hellgate. He should have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in, time, sir. Have napkins enough about you. Here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there in the other devil's name? Faith. Here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Come in, equivocator. Knock, knock. Who's there? Faith. Here's an English tailor come hither for stealing out of French hose. Come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock. Never at quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to have let in some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon. I pray you, remember the porter.
I'm Clara. I'm going to be doing Act 1, Scene 5 from Macbeth, which is Lady Macbeth's, her second soliloquy from that act. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between thy effect in it. Come to my woman's breast and take my milk for gall. You murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the stunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, and that heaven nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Scene.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. I'm doing Act 5, Scene 5 of Macbeth. She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to a dusty death. Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Scene. Thank you.
All right, well, that's a wrap. That's everybody. So, round of applause for everyone. Okay. But don't go anywhere if you have a few minutes to stay, because the judges are going to adjourn to the next room. They're going to make their very